And Black Phoenix checking in. Got a small repair that I'm working on, and just wanted to document it. I'm at the restaurant. Um, I wouldn't recommend doing it the way I'm doing it, but since I'm seasoned and I've been doing this for a while, I'm gonna knock this out. We got one table over here that is taller than the other one. We couldn't find no more of this same size. We already had this one, so I'm gonna cut this base down on both of these and then drop them and weld them back in. So I have one measurement over one, and now we're gonna measure the other one. I got this one. And always measure twice and come once, like just a good rule of thumb, fam. Because literally while I was doing this, I had to measure twice. So our goal is to cut around these. Got some tape. So if you don't have any no pipe wrap or something, you can just use some tape. That's why it's good to measure all the way around it. Right here, I got a slight different measurement, like I said. I want to get the tape move. I think I did something wrong here. Yeah, I did something wrong. first step pretty much lined it out. And I wanted to say something. A lot of times when you're doing the small service calls, you still have to charge a bare minimum, fam. I always say when you're a beginner and you're charging, you need to have a 2-hour minimum at least. When I was in Phoenix, Arizona, I was charged, my 2-hour minimum was $150 on a service call. Then after 2 hours, it was $50 every hour. That's how I got started. And then I had to kind of increase it over time. But you need to have a bare minimum, because someone might say, oh, come do this. This is easy, do this, but you might have to bring, I got $2,000 worth of equipment out here just to fix something that they said was easy. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times the customer will be like, oh, this is easy, but you have to discern what equipment I gotta bring, what I have to do. You see, I got shorts, I can do this easy, but it takes things and it takes intelligence, it takes the knowledge. So if you have 15, 20 years of experience, 10 years of experience, the client is also paying for that as well, not only your equipment. You see what I'm saying? And then you doing the job. So just keep that in mind. I'm about to get ready to cut this thing. Thanks for checking in, fam. Get ready to cut this thing now. And I'm gonna look at it one more time. So it's actually going to be easy to do this one, but I'm going to have to cut it off the base first. First thing I'm going to have to do is cut this out. These just got a little tack on it. It just got a little tacks on them, and we're going to make sure we sit it right back on the spot, which will make it easy for us to, once we cut them. was the easy part, fam. Just knocking that off. Really, all of it is pretty much simple. It's just stages you have to do while you're doing it. Appreciate everybody for checking in. I know it's early. I try to do things to get it knocked out the way, fam. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna do it, let's go on and get it done. Trying to multitask, fam, while I got a minute before I dive back into this other process. I like to say all the time, whatever you're doing, if it's not documented, it never happened, fam. Always document your journey. All right, fam, we finna dive back into it. We at Your Shelf in Birmingham, and I am repairing a table, actually cutting this one down. This one right here was taller than that one, and we couldn't find some more that was long as this one, so we're just gonna cut this down, repair it, and weld it back on there. So I know I already cut it off the base. It pretty much just had small tacks on it. It wasn't real complicated. I got some tape on there. Spots. We got discrepancies. see I'm super relaxed. If you're not a seasoned professional, I wouldn't say do this, but you know, it's easy. And while I'm here, I just came in and knocked this out real quick. Boy, that was good. Take that tape off of there. You know what they say, the carpenters say, measure twice, cut once, just make sure. No, well, I'll take that back. We done with this. I'm about to do something I ain't got to. So make this real simple. Ain't got a little torpedo level. all we doing is sitting these back up here. Sitting them back up here and leveling them out. Alright, now it's time to turn this Lincoln on. I would recommend, if you don't have one of these, this is not, they have many different brands, but I ain't gonna lie, I like Lincoln. The 180 MP, the 180 MP Lincoln, you can go 110 and 220, so you can plug up to a regular 110, you can weld up to 5/16 with flux core, so you can pretty much do pretty good with it. You can weld 3/16 rods with it if you got to do the stick welding. But the Lincoln 180 MP will be my recommendation because you can kill several birds with one stone. The parts pretty much are affordable. It's just getting started with it. It's a couple thousand, probably like 1,500, 1,700 right now, or 12. It probably went down to like 12, 13. So, you know, when I got it, it was a little bit more higher, but now it's pretty much affordable for somebody looking for one. You don't have to break the bank. I always say, don't break the bank to get started. Just get started. And you can always upgrade and do better, or you don't even have to buy it new, fam. You can just purchase it used and go from there. Now, I might have to get me a piece of ground. I might have to scrape this to get a piece of ground going. It might be okay. Let's see. I think we're gonna be all right. Let's say fire in the hole. We got some fire. That's close. I'm gonna have to clean some of this off. A little too much paint on there. Thought it was enough where I could just do it, but it's too much paint. So I could just cheat it and just strike an arc, but I gotta put a little bit more work. Just make sure I can strike this arc. go. There we go. Come down to some hair. I was the wrong way first, so I gotta break this tack. Break down. When you see it jumping like that, that's when it got a lot of paint on that stuff. A lot of paint, and I'm trying to. Glasses followed up on. There we go. So I got on E, it's a little too hot. Drop it down to B. That's it right there. And I'm using wireless flux cord. So for those who don't know what I'm using wireless flux cord. And I just realized something I can fix. Alright. Go down, that's level. Now we got one more to go. So we had a couple of issues getting it down the ground, but as you see, that small stuff. HogOn family, thanks for checking in. Thanks for checking in. Salute, salute. We're going live right now on Your Welding Coach and on HogOn TV, so I appreciate everybody for checking in. I just wanted to give a live example on coming in, doing some repairs, staying active, how important your skills are, fam. Skill pay the bills. And I'm just chilling. This is a very, very easy repair. And I just wanted to go live and kind of share it with you. Been a while since I had a chance to get my hands dirty. So I wanted to go live and kind of give y'all some updates on the easy money-making repair. Very easy. So we got one down. We got this other one situated, so it's going to be real easy. What I'm going to do real quick, let's wrap up the stuff I know I don't need because I'm tripping over nothing. Getting this stuff out the way. It's time to wrap up. Just grab this little stuff and throw it away real fast. I'm in Birmingham, Alabama, fam. And we're at Yo Chef restaurant. Who, Chef? Yo, Chef. Gotta represent them, fam. They good people. Good people. You should most definitely check out his ebook, From Prison to Plates. It's on Gumroad. That's GUMROAD.com. Gumroad.com. You should check it out. From Prison to Plates. Also, for those who want to get into the welding field, if you're trying to go from beginner stage to journeyman to starting a side hustle, scaling yourself in the welding field, I have a Weld to Wealth vault. Can't lose on it, fam. It's a bundle. You're getting like 7 different things in them, and you can't lose in it. It's Weld to Wealth. I'm gonna make sure I leave the link inside the bio when I get done with this video. But for those who are trying to scale, fabricate, make money, learn to hustle, how to start the business, I put it all in there for the go-getters that want to do something when it comes to welding and fabrication. And I also want to give a live update coming soon. We've been working with Arkansas Baptist College on the fabrication welding program. Our goal is to get it kicked off as far as the development this fall. So we should start on working on the development of it and have it up hopefully by the beginning of the year to start things going. And our goal is to implement fabrication welding classes, not just regular welding classes. It's going to be a part of a curriculum, and it's also going to be where you can come in and get this learning. And our goal is to connect you straight to these industry needs. Those who need fabricators, those who need construction welders. Our goal is to, when a person signs up, they'll know exactly where they're going while they're training. So you know if you're not showing up at school on time, you're not going to show to work on time. You know what I mean? So we teaching work ethics, we teaching welding, we teaching fabrication, and we're getting people prepared for something. So y'all stay in tune. My goal is to be at Arkansas Baptist College probably next year. Like I say, this fall we'll probably be working on some of the construction. So stay in tune for that. That's in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm in Birmingham right now. I'm networking with Yo Chef. They're about to open up another restaurant here soon in Montgomery, and it's called Chef Lava, powered by Yo Chef. So I've been networking with their fam, and I told you I'm all about entrepreneurship, investing your money, expanding your brand. So it's more than one ways to get to it, fam. But we got to get to it, fam. We got to get to it. All right, so let's get this last one down, fam, and we'll pretty much be done. And we see this one right here. I really should have cleaned some of this off too. I took that grinder back. Forget it, I'm about to go get it. That was the issue. It had so much of that, that's like powder coat. Like that bed liner type of paint. And that stuff right there It makes it real difficult to get a good weld to penetrate in. Also, y'all can check out my ebook, From Side Hustles to CEO, and it's also on gumroad.com. From Side Hustle to CEO, showing you how to do things like this and to invest and actually scale yourself. You know, you don't want to get stuck where you can only do one thing. And we all know in this day and age and what's going on, you got to have more than one thing you're doing. And you got to be flexible, man. Ain't nothing wrong with getting your hands dirty. You still be a player. And I literally, you see I had to hit that a little bit? That bed liner paint stuff is real. I like it. Make sure I get that in my new truck. Well, it might not be new, but it's gonna be new to me when I finally get it, fam. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Like I say, it's been a while since I went live or did anything like this, so. I'm live. See if we can make a few things happen, fam. But that look good. And another thing, when you fixing stuff like this, you know, if you get off a little bit on a ride or something, it's not gonna be good. bit over just a little too far for me. There we go. All right. All right, fam. Mission is complete. These here the screw only tighten in. I'm gonna shut off the equipment. Like I said, I most definitely will recommend you getting one of these small units. This is a great unit, in my personal opinion, for doing service repairs. You know, it's not real heavy. Like I say, you can kill several birds with one stone. It's not real heavy, not real bulky. Great unit. Like I said, this unit paid me back the first 90 days I bought it. I owned it. It's paid me back. Great investment. So I always say invest in yourself, fam. Invest in yourself. Once you start making some money, you be out here in this welding field, you know, you're gonna blow off some money, you're gonna buy some things, but start investing in your personal equipment, start investing in education. Some things where you don't have to work as hard. But if you're doing something, you're doing it because you enjoy doing it. Not because you got to do it. Not because you force and regardless, you know what I mean? So you have to make some money, free your time up by investing some of your money. That's why my welding coach channel is more than just welding. It's entrepreneurship, it's mentorship, it's life skills, fam. And you know, I just want to document the journey. And that's why I documented my journey on the HogOn TV. Because when I started started my first, you know, getting out on the road in 2016, when I first documented my first video, to just learning ups and downs, trials, errors, fam. You know, a lot of times you'll see people make it to a certain standpoint, and you wonder how they got there. Like, man, how did they get there? And so I wanted to make sure I documented my journey because I was asking questions that I couldn't find, so I gave those answers. So if you go to HogOn TV, you're going to find those answers. If you go to your welding coach, you're going to find those answers. And that's my goal. And now I'm creating a new branch of business called Skill Built Solutions, where I'm helping other people with skills, other entrepreneurs, other people coming out of prison who got a story, and showing them how they can form it into a product, fam. It's more than one way to eat, fam, so we just got to think outside the box. So let's flip this one over. Got some holes where these will slide in, but that one was way over here, so we're gonna have to put another little hole right there to push this table in. But as you see, they're the same size now, and that was the goal. We had an issue with this being so tall, where when people came in, they couldn't enjoy the party, keeping the party going. You know what I mean? And we want to keep the party going. So, and see, we had taller stools over here. We're gonna be removing these out. Got a couple tall ones. So you see, before everybody else got to work, I got some work done. I can finish enjoying my day, made some money, killed some time, educated my people at the same time. So, feel like today been a good day. We actually accomplished something, fam. And hey, we're gonna keep it moving. The restaurant opens at 11 o'clock. So for those in the Birmingham area, surrounding areas, make sure you come down to your chef and get you some brunch and lunch today. Y'all be blessed, continues to prosper. I'm out, man. Hold on.